Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. Today I've got an item which I have been meaning to do for a while, and I was going to do it a while back, but there was a delay, let's say. I'll explain that to you in a minute. But what I've got for you today is the Super Noodles in a pot. So Super Noodles are normally in a packet. So you get a packet of Super Noodles and you make them in a pot on the stove. And pot noodles are noodles in a pot which you pour hot water into, and it's like a ready meal. Both companies have decided to flip the coin, so now you get pot noodle but without the pot. So you cook them like you used to cook Super Noodles, and now Super Noodles you can get in a pot, like a pot noodle. So they've both decided to flip it. And I have already reviewed some of the not pot noodles on the channel before, and I didn't really think they were anything special. They were a bit dry. I've had different flavours since, like I've had the curry one since. The one I tried on the channel was the roast chicken, and the curry one was actually quite nice. I used a little bit more water and I actually rather enjoyed it. So they're not terrible, but I do tend to prefer Super Noodles. I still do, and when it comes to potted foods, I haven't, well, I have tried this and I haven't. I'll explain. So I need to put this down just before, because that's really, really hot. So I'm just going to hold up the label to indicate what our video is, just in case I need to clip this for the thumbnail. Sorry for ruining the magic. But yeah, I actually did buy this months ago, although it was the bigger one, because it comes in a normal sized pot like this, or it comes in a giant pot. The same way you get sort of pot noodles and you get king pot noodles. Jeez, oh, got an itch in my eye here. So yeah, I bought the big one, right? And I had that in my cupboard, and very shortly after that is when I caught the coronavirus. So I was really, really sick. And one of the days, you know, I was barely eating anything, right? Because I was so ill. One of the days I was hungry and I decided I just need to eat something, but I didn't want to put any effort in. You know, I really couldn't be bothered taking stuff out the freezer and firing it in the oven or cooking anything, because I just felt awful. So what I did was I decided just to grab this, to grab the Super Noodle pot thing and eat it. And I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. Although basically that was maybe down to the coronavirus, because at the time everything I was eating didn't taste nice. Didn't like anything, even stuff I know I love. Wasn't enjoying it whatsoever, because obviously, as you know, coronavirus screws with your taste buds. Some people just taste nothing. Me personally, I could taste stuff, but it all tasted the same and it all tasted bad. So yeah, I definitely did lose my sense of taste. So I didn't enjoy it, and I wanted to revisit it, and I just kind of forgot about it until I was browsing in the supermarket and I saw it again. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I picked one up and we're trying it for you now. So a bit delayed for those reasons, but I hope you understand. Now, obviously, I'm better now, so my taste buds are fine now. Everything tastes lovely now, so I'm quite looking forward to it. And I do generally like the chicken flavoured Super Noodles that you get in the packets, so hopefully these taste very similar. The one I bought before was the beef one, so I didn't like that at the time for obvious reasons. But yeah, hopefully this will be nice this time. So let's find out a little bit about these Super Noodles, shall we? So it's super simple. You basically pour water in up to the fill line. I filled it up to what I assumed was the fill line. I'm not sure if it actually was or not, but it seems okay. It doesn't seem over watered. Don't know if that's a word. So pour it in, wait for 2 minutes, give it a wee stir, and then wait another 2 minutes, and it's done. Oodles of flavour in an instant. Super Noodles in a tasty chicken flavour sauce. So what's it actually got in it then? So you've got the noodles, which are 80%, which are made from wheat flour, palm oil, potato starch, acidity regulators, salt, flavour enhancer, colour, antioxidant stabiliser, maltodextrin, dried peas, dried sweet corn, flavour enhancers, which is monosodium glutamate, MSG, woo, disodium 5 ribonucleotides, flavourings, onion powder, garlic powder, potassium chloride, thickener, guar gum, yeast extract, ground turmeric, and then some acids, parsley, and black pepper extract. So let's see, calorie wise. So actually it's got a per pot thing on the front, so we'll just read that one. So it's got 353 calories. That seems alright, because that seems like quite a decent portion. There's quite a lot of noodles in there. 28, which is 18% of your daily. Fat, 14.9 grams, which is reasonably high. 7.5 grams of your saturated fat, so that's a lot. That is a lot. It's almost half. 38% of your saturated fat, so that's pretty bad for you. Sugars, 3.8 grams, which is nothing, and then salt, 1.67 grams, which is a quarter of your daily. So again, quite high. So overall, not great for you, but the calories aren't that bad, and that's the main thing that I focus on anyway. That tends to do the trick for me. So let's give these a wee try then. So these are the new, don't know how new they are now, but they've been out for like 6 months. Super noodles in a pot. Try to get a fork full with like some corn and a pea on it. There's corns and peas in there, but there's not a lot of them. There you are. There's your noodles. So yes, it's pretty straightforward. They look like super noodles. Let's see if they taste them. I like them. Oh, that's hot. Another wee mouthful. Hate when I lean in like this to eat the stuff. You can just see my entire baldy head and the light shining off it. I wish I had hair. Maybe I should get a wig. Maybe I should just start wearing a wig one day and never draw any attention to it. It's like, no, I've always had hair. Bald, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always had hair. Actually, I had a guy in work that got one of those, they don't call it a wig. They call it a, can't remember what they call it, but it's basically a wig, but they like glue it onto your head. And to be fair, it looked great. Like, you couldn't tell that it wasn't a wig. I mean, we could tell because we knew the guy and we knew what his hair looked like before. But, you know, if I didn't know him and I saw him passing on the street, I'd never think, that guy's wearing a rug, man. So it actually looked pretty decent, but I suppose you can't keep doing that forever because apparently it's quite expensive. Definitely more expensive, less expensive than hair plugs though, or the implants or whatever, because those cost like 10 grand for like a little portion of your head. Yeah, I looked into it and it's not worth the money for me. It doesn't matter, even if I had hair, I'm still an ugly bastard. So, the super noodles. Meh. I'm not convinced by them. I'm still not convinced. I don't think the coronavirus, having that before, they tasted bad. So these don't taste bad. I'm going to say that. They don't taste bad, but they're not doing anything for me. I mean, the noodles are really, really, really thin noodles. So when you cook them in the water and you leave them in the pot like that, they start to they've got no bite to them whatsoever. They're just completely soft, and I don't like that. I like my noodles to have a little bit of bite. You know, I like them a little al dente. I'd say that of any kind of noodle or pasta, and these are just way too soft for my tastes. I think when I have a pot noodle, those noodles are thicker, so they don't, you know, get completely soft, so they still got a little bit of bite. So I think I do prefer the noodles in a pot noodle. A pot noodle has definitely been, the flavouring and everything has been honed better as well, I think, because they taste really, really good. I love a chicken and mushroom pot noodle. The stock is pretty bland. I mean, I don't know if I maybe try and just drink some of the stock to see how that tastes. It's lacking. It's lacking in flavour, and for the amount of salt and fat that's in there, I'm quite disappointed in the flavour of that. Yeah, it's not great, to be honest. The noodles are too soft. The stock has got very little flavour. Sure, it's got some peas and sweet corn in there, which helps a little bit, but yeah, it's ultimately it's a bit bland. I think they do their noodles. The noodles in a packet come out a lot better. These are subpar, to be honest. I think they should stick to what they're good at, which is the noodles in a packet. So they should just keep doing those, because those are great, and this is poor. It's more convenient, obviously, and I think that convenience definitely loses something in the flavour area and the texture as well. So I think, yeah, Super Noodle guys, Bachelors, we're from Bachelors. You guys just keep doing what you were doing before. Stick to what you're good at. Do the noodles in a packet and pot noodle. You should do the same thing. Stick to what you're good at. Stick to the noodles in a pot. I think overall, if I was to compare both Super Noodles and pot noodle together and choose a winner, I would have to choose pot noodle, because I think their pot noodles are a lot better, and their noodles in the packet, while not better than Super Noodles, are not as bad as this. So pot noodle definitely wins the noodle war. That's for sure, in my opinion. So let me know if you've tried these. I know they've got a few other flavours, so I might try some other flavours and see what they're like, but as long as the texture is the same with the really thin noodles, I don't think I'm going to really enjoy them. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Yeah, subpar, a bit disappointing, so yeah, rubbish, naff. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell to subscribe, so you can come back and watch all my videos. I upload twice a week, so there's plenty of videos on there and plenty of videos to come, so check it all out. And I will just catch you guys in the next one, and hopefully we can have something nice. See you then.